Well, our ellipse is on the page, and I'm going to do something called, I'm going to change the view. Currently, we're in the normal view. I'm going to look in preview. And when we look in preview, it removes all the guidelines and everything, and we're noticing that we have this black line going around the ellipse that we drew. Now, yours may or may not have it, but mine has it. And this is something that we got to work with. So let me change back to our normal view. And in our tool area, and I have selected the what's called the selection tool. In our toolbox area, we can look and see that the fill, which is the area inside all of our lines, is currently blank. And I could double click on the fill and give it a color, and you can see this is what the fill color would look like. And let me take that fill color out for just a moment, make the fill transparent. But here we have this area that says this is the stroke, and the stroke is usually a line that goes around the outside of something. We have a black stroke, and that's just going to look kind of silly on the item that we're working with. Somehow I've lost the handlebars on my ellipse, so I'm just going to click and bring the handlebars back. And again, I have the selection tool selected out of the toolbox. And up at the very top, we have a couple of icons that allow us to work with the fill and the stroke. And a lot of times it's easier to work with it out of this particular area. So I'm going to click on the little arrow next to where the stroke is. And we could tell it to do this as the color of paper, which would be white. But what if we were printing on a colored sheet of paper, a red piece of paper, a blue piece of paper? It would be very obvious. What I'm going to tell it is none. We want no stroke whatsoever. So I can highlight that, click on the little closure box to remove that particular window. And you may not be able to notice it, but if I come back over once again and put this into the preview mode, now we see that the lines, and I'm going to call it a path this time, the path is missing. So let me go back to the normal mode, and we're ready to start working with our next step.